Hello and welcome to today's live. Today is going to be a very educational live and I hope I don't lag out. We had a little bit of problem last time. We're going to try to run this live until the computer absolutely melts. We're going to let people load in. Today's going to be an educational video. I'm going to break down the visa process, okay? A lot of you guys are coming from countries that can not do electronic visas, like the United States. And some of you are watching from countries that you can do electronic visas. So I have my two passports here, and I'm going to be giving a lot of good information for the people who want to visit Russia in the future. We're going to wait until people can load in. And again, everybody just report, is the audio okay? Is the video okay? And we're going to get started here soon. I'd like to say thank you for watching. Thanks everybody who tunes in for these lives. I do these lives because a lot of people enjoy the live content more than the videos. And I just feel that it's a lot easier to make a video that's educational if we just do it live. It's like that anchor who's like, F it, we'll do it live. Okay. We got good sound and good video. Nice. Let me just... Nice. Hello from Yambo. I used to live in Yambo, Bulgaria. Remember, if you're just tuning in, also do let us know where you're watching from. It's really cool when I see people who are watching from places where I used to live. If you don't know Yambo, this is Bulgaria. It's a little bit, I think, east of Sofia. I think it was east of Sofia, Bulgaria. And anyways, shout out to Yambo. Now on today's live, if you're tuning in, if you don't have a Russian visa, I'll show you mine. You see? Let me pop this out here. Look. I just have my Russian visa here. Essentially, this video is going to be giving you guys different avenues of getting your Russian visa. I'm going to be showing you the actual form that you're going to fill out, guys. I don't think this has ever been done. I'm going to go through the entire thing with you so that you get an understanding of what exactly you're going to be looking at. This is what the Russian visa looks like here. You can see it's a stamp on I'm using my, so if you're from the United States or whatever country, what happens is they get a piece of sticker and they put it on a page. We're going to be doing both the physical visa that goes on a passport of a country that does not do electronic visas. And then we're going to go over the application for an electronic visa for countries like Mexico, where I can register online and receive an electronic visa, and it's very simple. So yes, we're gonna do both, and we're still waiting a little bit to let a couple more people load in, because a couple people wanted to see this information. So before more people load in, I was hoping that we had some channel members, because I gave away some channel memberships, and we have these emojis now. I put on emojis. We have Putin likes, where he's doing a thumbs up. We have also double thumbs up Putin. We have double thumbs up President Trump. We have Giga Chad Russian guy. We have the Russian flag, of course. We have Putin on the phone call me. And we have angry Putin. I'm working on these emojis for the members. They're going to be a little bit more refined, and I'm going to be adding more. I was thinking about adding letters so you guys can spell certain things with the emojis. Like a lot of people like the Z that is used here in Russia. I'm thinking about adding that one, maybe ZOV, maybe. We'll think about that in the future. So we're gonna go ahead and begin, guys. We're doing this live again to show you how to get your the Green Goblin. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, yes, we're gonna do the Green Goblin. Get Camo Putin, yes, we're gonna get Camo Putin and we're gonna get the Green Goblin. We're gonna look for Zelensky looking like a nasty little Green Goblin that he is. Okay, anyways, here we go, guys. We're gonna start the video off. Welcome. Today we're gonna be looking at the visa process for countries that need physical visas and countries who can do electronic visas. Let's do this. So first of all, the website that you're gonna go on, if you're gonna do right now, the first thing we're going over is countries that need physical visas, okay? Physical visas include like the one for the United States. If you are from the United States or from a country that does not do electronic visas to Russia, this is the website you need to look at, okay? I'm gonna show you the website and you're gonna have to see the questions. We're gonna go through this and it should be fairly easy. The website is visa.kdmid.ru. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pin this one here on the chat. Okay. So the website for the people who need visa applications, I'm going to put it in the chat for you right now. I just pinned the website that you would need to apply for a Russian visa. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like, okay? Here we go. This is the website, and on top you have to choose what country you're from, and I'm from the United States of America. You choose what language. We're going to go with English. You scroll down and you say, I have read this information, and it says here, complete a new application form. Okay, we're gonna do this. You have to set a password, LOL 89, doesn't really matter. You have to set a password because they're going to need it when you go into the visa processor. They're going to have to look at your form. So you need to remember what website password you put. Okay. And so after that, you're going to hit next. And this is where it all comes together, guys. If you see, there's visa details, personnel details, passport details, visit details, miscellaneous information, appointment details. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that you're going to be filling out here, okay? Now, please, if you're just joining this live, I'm giving you guys insight on what the application looks like to getting a Russian visa. Can you guys see what's on the screen, please? Let me know if you guys can see clearly what's on the screen. Can you read that? So, hopefully the video is going fine right now. We're gonna go through this again, and I'm just gonna start filling things out as best as I can. United States. So United States. Here we are. If you had USSR or Russian nationality at some times, please select yes. It asks you if you were a Russian at one point or Soviet. It's a no for me. Purpose of visiting, let's put tourism right there. Visa category, common tourist, numbers of entries. I suggest that if you have the opportunity to have multi-entry, put a multi-entry, okay? Date of entry, let's just put tomorrow, doesn't matter, 19 March 2000. You have to say when you're coming in and when you're coming out, all right, guys? This is how the process works. This is one page. That's all it takes. For your visa application, that was one whole page, and now we just hit next. And this is the next page, personal details. Surname, same as passport, Doe, first name, John. Have you ever had other names? No. Sex, male. Now on this application, guys, you're only going to be able to choose male or female. I know in some countries you can choose other things. If you get triggered by just being a male or a female, you're going to have to deal with it. In Russian embassy and Russian visa application, there's only 2 genders. So you have to type in here, I'm a male, date of birth, 05 November 1966. Your place of birth, United States, Los Angeles. Well, it would be Los Angeles, California. If you were born in Russia, select yes. No, I was not born in Russia. Marital status, I am married. But we'll put single because a lot of you guys are single. If you put married, you're going to have to put your spouse name, okay, guys? Keep that in mind. If you're single, you don't need to put anything. If you're married, it asks you for your spouse name, okay? This is the second page. We're going to put that we're single. And we hit next. And now look at that. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 pages, guys. Hello, everybody who's just coming in. Hello, thank you for watching from the Philippines. Right now, we're filling out a visa application for Russia. I'm letting you guys know exactly what it is that you need to answer for your visa application. A lot of people have never seen a visa application, so we're going through it right now. We're on page 3 of 9, I believe. So it asks for a passport. You have to put ordinary. We're just going to put E7. And we're just going to fake that. Date issued. We'll do it. It was issued whatever day. You just have to fill out your information. You have to fill out the expiration date. Okay, issued by. Now this is really important, guys. On your passport, it says who issued your passport, okay? On the American passport, it says authority, it was issued by the United States Department of State, okay? For the American passport, it says authority, it was issued by the United States Department of State. So you just have to put whatever you have there. So we go back here and we just put United States Department of State. And you hit next. This is the 3rd page we're finishing now. Sorry. Okay, this is the next page. And by the way, this right here, what you guys are watching, is the legitimate visa application. The Russian ambassadors, the Russian consulates, they will read this form. It's not a different form. What you're looking at right now, that questions that I'm showing you, this is what you're going to encounter. If you're thinking about visiting Russia, you need a visa in the first place. These are the common questions. This is the visa application, okay? So, by the way, if we have... Oh, that's my mom. Hola, mami, la quiero mucho. Here we go. We're going to continue here with the questions. It asks, which institution are you going to visit? Travel company? None. We're not visiting anything. We're tourists. That's a really easy one to answer. Okay? Itinerary, places of visit. Usually, when you fill out this application, guys, listen to what I'm saying. If you're filling out the visa application, they don't want to know everything. Okay, just write down 2 cities that you're planning on visiting, and you don't even have to visit them. You just have to write the intention cities that you're actually thinking of. It doesn't have to be cemented in stone. So here we go. We're gonna put Moscow and Irkutsk. Okay. Do you have any medical insurance policy in Russia? You can have it, you can buy it, but I put no and I still got accepted. But if you put yes, it's gonna ask you the details. You just write down whatever you are insured by. There's many cheap insurances that'll cover you in Russia. Who will pay for the trip in Russia independently? Do you plan to stay anywhere in a hotel during your stay? I would suggest you put yes if you have a hotel, but if you're visiting friends, you put no. In this case, for me, it's no. And that's another page done. That's 4 pages done, really simple. Okay, on the 5th page, this is where it gets a little bit difficult for some people. Hello, my friends, welcome. By the way, guys, for you channel members, please try out our new emojis. Guys, Thou and HWBD, please try out our new emojis. You just have to go down and you can now use a bunch of these new emojis that we have. So enjoy. If you scroll over, there's one that says Putin likes, Putin loves, double thumbs up. That's Putin likes. That's a 1 thumbs up. Nice. That's all right. Here we go. So as I was saying, guys, pay attention to this next part. If you're planning on visiting Russia, this is where a lot of people stress out. This is where a lot of people get worried, because this is where you get asked so many crazy stuff that a lot of people don't like answering. Okay? So here we go. Have you ever been arrested or convicted for any offense? This is something that's going to be on your criminal record, okay? We're not talking about like tickets or community service for not paying a ticket. We're talking about like convictions where you're probably a murderer or you kidnapped somebody. We're going to put no because we're good old boys. Have you ever been afflicted with okay, have you ever been afflicted with a communicable disease of public health significance or a dangerous physical or mental disorder? So if you're a drug addict, they want to know if you're a drug addict or you have some sort of HIV illness. Do you have some sort of tuberculosis? We don't have none of that. No. Have you ever been refused a Russian visa? So they're asking, have you ever applied for a Russian visa and were you denied? No. Has your Russian visa ever been canceled? No. Have you ever tried to obtain or assist others to obtain a Russian visa or enter Russia by providing misleading or false information? No. What I'm doing right now is telling you to do the right thing and always tell the truth. So, no. Have you ever overstayed your Russian visa or stayed unlawfully in Russia? No. Have you ever been deported from Russia? No. Has this application been completed by you personally? This is a trick question because it's asking, did you do this form? You just did so many no, but this one's actually yes. So read these questions, guys. Do you have any special skills, training, or experience related to firearms, explosives? This is where it gets crazy. Hello, Oricol. Hello, brother. Okay, this is where I have to slow down. This question's asking one more time. Have you any specialized skills, training, or experience related to firearms, explosives, nuclear or biological or chemical substances? So when I filled out my visa, I had to tell them I worked with explosives and I had training in firearms. So we're going to look at, for all of the people who are veterans of the military, you guys 100% have to put yes here. So we're going to look at what they ask if you're a military veteran and you have training. So this is really useful information for some of you guys. We're going to put yes. So please specify. Please specify. So what I would put is combat engineer and infantryman for the military, for the US military. So right off the bat, I'm letting them know that my training is in explosives because of my combat engineer background, and I'm also an infantryman because I was a Marine combat engineer, which is a infantryman / demolition man. These are the things they're asking. If you were not in the military and you know how to use a weapon, this doesn't really pertain to you. If you know how to use a firearm but you haven't been trained to use it lethally, you don't have to put yes. If you know how to fire a weapon, don't write down random things. Guys, police officers and military personnel, those people were trained with weapons for a certain job. If you're a civilian who knows how to use a weapon, this is not asking you, okay? Do not incriminate yourself. When you're filling out this application, you don't need to go out there and write all this crazy stuff. I have to do it because I was in the military. I don't want to come into Russia and they know later that I was in the military. So we're going to continue with this form. Have you ever been enlisted to military service? Yes. So when you do serve in the military, you have to say what country. So we would put United States, service, Marines, rank, sergeant, occupation, combat, engineer, infantry. And you would just write your dates. So me, it was probably somewhere like this. This is not exact dates. I'm just using it for instructional purposes. Okay? So you see this, right? If your son is a gunsmith, I would suggest he doesn't put that he was trained with firearms, okay? We understand that he knows how to make them. We understand that he knows how to use them, but he wasn't trained specifically to use the weapons, okay? There's a degree of weapon handling that a military personnel gets or a cop gets, okay, guys? And you're going to see a little bit more, Marlon, what I mean by that, because they do also specify in the following. Check this out. So here we put, here we go. Were you a member of a professional, civic, or charitable organization? Do you cooperate with any of these organizations? No. So this is the other portion that gets a lot of people. Have you ever been involved in armed conflict, either as a member of a military service or a victim? So if you were involved, let's say if you were a mercenary or you were attacked or you took part in a war like I was, this is where you would also write it. So check this out. It asks me, conflict name, Afghanistan war, country, Afghanistan. Conflict date, I was there for a long time, so we'll just put whatever. Okay, so we add that. Sorry, we delete that, we leave it, and we're done. These are the most trouble questions. These are the questions that get a lot of people. This is the page where a lot of people just go crazy. It's very simple, guys. You don't have to worry about just, these questions are very simple. Do not incriminate yourself. Can the VA determine your service connection payments if you move to Russia? No, the VA doesn't need to know where you move, dude. Your money goes into your American bank account and that's it. You get direct deposit, brother. They never ask where you live. Let me drink some water. I hope that answers your question. The VA has no business in where you live. You collect your disabilities directly deposited to your account, and that's it. Okay, so here we hit next. And this is basically the last one. Have you ever attended any educational institutions excluding secondary school? So if you put yes, you have to put the schools that you went to, guys. I'm going to put no to save time. But if you put yes, it asks you for the name of your school, what you studied, the address, and the phone number, when you started the school and when you ended, okay? This is basic stuff. Have you ever changed your place of employment before entering your current job? If I were you, I would put no, because you essentially have to add all your workplaces, okay? And it doesn't make sense to name all of your jobs. It just doesn't make any sense. And here we put next. Have you ever been issued a Russian visa? Yes, if you've had it before. Then you fill out the information. It asks you where and when did you get it issued. We're going to save time. We're going to put no. Has your passport ever been lost or stolen? No. Have you ever visited other countries in the past 10 years? If you put yes, it's going to ask you to list the names of the countries. We're going to put no. I've been living in Russia this whole time. Have you been issued a passport with a country other than the passport that is identical, indicated in the electronic visa application form? No. You put next. Miscellaneous information. So in this miscellaneous, it asks you for the father's name. John Doe Sr. What's your mother's name? Jolie Magnus. Do you have a permanent residential address? Yes, and you have to put it. If you don't, you put no. Do you work, study from present time? If you have your job, you have to put your employer information, the name, the position, the employer address, the work telephone. No if you have no job. And you put next. Oh, do you currently have relatives in Russia? If you have relatives, yes, it's going to ask you for the names of your relatives and where they are. If you don't, you put no. Simplifies everything. Next. Now this one right here, guys, this is the last part of the entire visa application, guys. This is the last part. I don't know how long we've been streaming for, but we've been streaming for less than 30 minutes and we've already finished the application. The last and most important thing is where you're going to be submitting your visa application. Now these are the options. Look very clearly, look very carefully. There's a Russian visa center in Washington, New York, Houston. There's a consulate in New York, and there's an embassy in the United States. I'm working right now with a team in Houston. So if you're in the United States, and later on when I talk about how you can do it through a Russian visa service, you're going to be doing it to Houston, and that's it. That's the whole application. All of your application, it's saved on the website itself. So when you go and apply to the visa, when you apply, you're going to have your application ID right here. On the top right, it's there, and you give them the password that you used, and that's the Russian visa application. We did that in less than 30 minutes, guys. We did that in less than 30 minutes. If you're planning on visiting Russia, join our Telegram, The Russian Experience. I can help you out. We can go through the questions and I can answer all the questions that you may have. But if you're watching now, guys, please, now is the time to ask questions. Feel free to ask anything that you'd like. The computer is running pretty smooth right now, no overheating, and I'm ready to answer any questions that you guys may have. Thank you to the channel members, and remember, we have new member emojis. So feel free to ask any questions. If you're just joining, we went over the visa application for physical visas for countries that need physical visas, but the next portion of this live is going to be electronic visas. A lot of you guys live in countries where you can electronically do it and you can travel to Russia immediately, essentially. So Bert Miles says, I need to go in May to visit my girlfriend and I'm currently struggling to figure out the visa. Bert, it's really, really simple. The visa application that I showed you is for people coming from the United States and other people who have physical visas. You guys get visas that look like this. You get a stamp on your passport. So if you need help, brother, join the Russian Experience, join our forums and get in contact with me. I will be glad to help. I'm really looking forward to growing the community. It shouldn't be so difficult. What you saw right now on the screen, those are the questions that you're going to have to answer. So Bert, let me know, do you think that it was a difficult questionnaire or not? You can comment on the chat right now, Bert, if you thought it was difficult. And while Bert thinks about that, guys, go ahead and ask any questions. This is going to be a general conversation. I also have breaking news that we're going to be looking at later, where President Donald Trump is hopefully soon going to be speaking with the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin. I am drinking water. So I get water in this giant bowl because it's easier to drink. Yes, Bert, join our Telegram and we can help you there pretty easily. The questions were easy. What in-person experience like at the consulate? So, if you cannot go in person, you can use a visa center. Also, you can mail your information to the consulate. You can do all of this without ever going in person. Doesn't have to be in person, by the way. This is mailed to the consulate. Okay? If you use a visa center, they're going to mail it to the consulate. If you do this by yourself, you're going to mail this to the consulate yourself. Okay? Es mi padre, un saludo muy grande a mi padre, Rafael Cárdenas, allá en Guadalajara, Jalisco. Te amo. Te extraño tanto y cada vez que me escribes me pongo muy feliz. Y ahí está mi mamá. Una pregunta, ¿sabes en las dependencias dónde pide uno información dónde pide uno información se comportan? Amá, ¿qué escribió? My mom, that's my father and my mom, by the way. My mom and father are watching, and my father sent me a beautiful message, but my mom, I don't know what she wrote. Howdy, Danny. Thanks for the live. No problem. So, Hayes, do they investigate to find out if you were truthful with your answers? Not necessarily. So, if your answers are not throwing red flags, there's no reason to investigate you. But if you are coming into Russia and you start doing bad things, that's when investigations happen. The majority of the problems come after you arrive to Russia and if you're up to no good. Hayes asks a very good question, guys. They do not investigate if there's no red flags, okay? But if you come to Russia with your visa and you're doing bad things, they will certainly investigate and you will have the FSB at your doorstep, okay? This is not a country where you want to hide in. I am Brazilian, married with a Russian woman. Even though the process seems to be very hard to get a residency to move, besides my wife and daughter are Russian citizens. So Abe, in the future, I will make a live explaining how if you have a son or a daughter born in Russia and you're married, how that makes it easier for you to get residency. But because you're Brazilian, I suggest you just stay there right now under a private visa if you can get it. Es que... Okay, so my mom, Marta Cibrian, on the chat is asking, what do you do if nobody is helping you, I guess? Maybe in Russia, maybe in the consulate. So if you need any help, you could always come in our Telegram channel, The Russian Experience. Ama, nosotros estamos aquí, sí, claro, nosotros estamos aquí para ayudar. This channel is here to help you guys. If you want to come visit Russia, we're doing the visa process. I'm answering all of the questions that you guys have. And I would really appreciate if you guys put like. And if you're not subscribed, to subscribe. It's really important for you to understand Hayes asking about investigations. If you're doing crimes in Russia, it's not going to last long. Investigations happen after you come to Russia, because when you cross the border, that's when they ask you things. That's when you meet the border patrol and they ask you face to face, where are you coming from? Why are you here? I would recommend a tourist visa. Do not get a private visa if this is not your first visit. Maybe experiment with other visas. But the truth is, a private visa is the same as a tourist visa. When you get a tourist visa or a private visa, you must only use it for what you got it for the first time you come in. After that, you can use it however you want. Except for getting work and being a student. But I'm saying a private and a tourist visa is essentially the same thing. So Thou is asking, hey Dan, I heard you also need to have someone in Russia sponsor your visa. Is that true? So that is not necessarily true. If you have a job offer and you're trying to get a business visa, work visa, you will need some sort of sponsor. What you're thinking is probably the invitation letter. Invitation letters are easily obtained on the internet. You can buy them. It's just a way that Russia makes money, to be honest. So you're talking probably about the invitation letters. I'm going to be showing you guys in the future a visa center where you pay around $200 and maybe $300 for the visa process, $350, let's say, and they take care of everything. They take care of your invitation letter. They take care of submitting your paperwork, mailing you the paperwork back with your visa. So you're probably thinking about the invitation letter. Some services take care of that and you don't have to worry about it at all. Is there an application fee? Yes, there is an application fee. There's a consulate fee, okay? Let's look that up right now. How do I get my savings over there? So Marlon, if you want to talk about transferring money into Russia, you can come into our Telegram, The Russian Experience. We help people there, help people in Russia. By the way, Thou, I would appreciate it if you say yes with an exclamation mark. You should probably send the Putin emoji. It looks way better than yes. So what I'm putting right now, I'm pinning our Telegram name. It's called The Russian Experience. On The Russian Experience, a lot of the information that you're looking for, you can find. Privyet, Ottawa, Canada. Really cool. So we're going to be looking at... Thank you, Thou. I worked really hard on making those emojis today. I also made channel member badges. So we're testing this new stuff out. I used a visa company to help me with my 3-year multiple entry visa. I disclosed that I was in the Navy and I was not in armed conflicts. So Miguel O'Hara is letting us know that he was in the military, but he disclosed that he was not in armed conflicts. This is the truth, and this saves you from a lot of trouble. So good on you, Miguel. But there was no question that asked me about weapons training. So the reason why they asked me is because I said, yes, I had experienced war, and yes, I did work with explosives, and I was an infantryman. So I was even asked at the border by the Border Patrol, tell us about what happened. That's a big story that I'll probably tell in the future, but I would say they try to get a lot of information out of me that I legally could not say. Which visa center would you recommend for U.S. citizens? So, Bert, right now I'm working on a deal with a certain visa center. It has the cheapest cost, and I am in contact with the owner. It's the #1 in the United States right now, but I'm finalizing the deal with them to make sure that they understand that they should treat our subscribers respectfully, and that they should really make it comprehensive. And I'm going to bring him on a future live, okay? So, Bert, please hold on maybe 2 weeks if you can, and I'll be on a live with the owner of a visa center. This is going to be a really cool video for you guys to watch. I'm trying to bring as much as information as I can. If I just go to Russia as a tourist, Brazilian isn't required a visa. Can I switch from tourist to resident because my family is inside? So, Abe, you can process a visa for residency while you're in Russia. Yes, you can. But you have to make sure that you have the appropriate paperwork, okay? You're going to probably need some sort of lawyer, or we have lawyers on our Telegram. Abe, join our Russian experience. There you can ask the question and people will answer. From which countries can enter to Russia if I'm an EU citizen? You can enter Russia right now 100% that I know of from Serbia and probably Slovenia or Slovakia, one of those two. They have direct flights. You can also come from Estonia on bus. But Agatha, it just depends on what country you're coming from. What is your country of origin? If you're an EU citizen, it's probably best to fly to Serbia and then Serbia into Russia. And if I'm not mistaken, Agatha, you probably qualify for an electronic visa. And that's the next thing that we're going to go over right now. Remember, if you're watching this video and you're coming in late, we went over the full visa application. We started off with the physical visa. The physical visa is a visa that you need to get on your actual passport, and they stamp it on one of your pages. But now what we're going to do is we're going to be doing an electronic visa, guys. And that electronic visa is for countries like Mexico. Mexico qualifies for an electronic visa. So what we're going to do is look at the website where you have to do it, okay? Both websites are going to be in the description after this live. So do not worry if you have to leave and you want this information. I'm going to put it after the live. Our Telegram is The Russian Experience. You join it and you get a lot of the information. Very, very good. But now I'm going to be using my Mexican passport. We're going to be looking at the electronic visa. And I have a question from Thou. Do you think that the bank sanctions will be lifted? Not anytime soon, brother. But if you're worried about your money, we have ways of helping people get their money into Russia, okay? Do you have to get a hotel once you're in Russia since you don't accept payments from Russia? No, you can get a hotel now from outside of Russia. That is something that I'm going to show you guys in the future. You can book a hotel from the United States. There's certain websites that work, okay? Do not worry. We're going to be looking at the electronic visa now. Let's look at what countries qualify, guys. So this is the website. Notice it is a different website. If you're just joining us, guys, we're doing the electronic visa. Okay? Thank you so much, by the way, for becoming a channel member. La amo, mami, hasta luego. Este video la va a ayudar a usted porque usted tiene pasaporte mexicano y estadounidense también, entonces usted puede aplicar para la visa con cualquier pasaporte. Mi querida madre. Sarah Ariely, welcome to channel memberships. Please use the new emojis that we have. And by the way, we're going to be doing a members poll for what's going to be the new emojis. You guys already voted. We need a green goblin. Zelensky green goblin. Let's see. I have a question here. I didn't have trouble with the website, but I had trouble sending email to the hotel. Tried booking through. Okay. El mejor, mami, es el estadounidense, porque usted va a tener un nieto aquí en Rusia y usted tiene que venir. Okay, so let's do this now, guys. Enough of me talking to my mother. All right, here we go. Thank you again, Sarah. Here we're going to see, it says apply for a new e-visa, okay? This website is evisa.kdmid.ru. This is a different website than the previous one. This portal takes you to the e-visas. You see the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Russian Federation Consular Department, processing of an e-visa. Okay, you put applying for a new e-visa. And here they gives you an identification number. You hit next. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stages, okay? This is 7 stages, guys. This is not hard, okay? This is not hard. Believe me, this is something that you can all do. Hey, Jesus, welcome to the live, my friend. If you coming from Europe, I know a lot of Europeans who do electronic visas. I have my friend from Austria. He did his electronically. He got it approved in less than 3 days. He can come into Russia in less than 3 days by doing an electronic visa. So let's do this. Hello to all my Canadian subscribers. I really love you guys. You guys really support this channel. Okay, here we go. So we're going to add a photo. I'm just going to do this one. Let's see what happens. So right now we're doing an e-visa. If you're just joining this live, my friends, we are applying for an e-visa for the Russian Federation. Maybe maybe it's not on the right settings. Okay, 1 second. Let me try to put a random photo while we wait. In the meantime, my friends, please consider leaving some questions there. For all the channel members, please use our new emojis and enjoy them. I'm gonna get through the first page. You need to put a photo. Okay, let's see. Right now, if you guys have the ability to put emojis, put angry Putin. Oh. I found it, guys. I found it. it has to be a photo that's in the dimensions. So funny enough, one of our emojis from our members is angry Putin, and that's the one we're going to be using for our photo. If you're applying from an EU country, it's more than likely that you can apply for a electronic visa. So here we go. We're going to continue on here. Save. The size of the face falls behind the minimum. What? The head is tilted too much forward. The head is tilted too much forward or backward. So it has to be pretty perfect. It has to be perfect, I guess. The size of the face. Okay, let's see. Let's try to use another one here. The face is shifted to the left or right from the center. Wow, this is really, really anal. The image is blurred. Okay. Let's try Donald Trump. Image is blurred. All right, what is going on here? All right, this guy's is I need to get something that's really, really clear. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna have to continue on with this. Just give me a moment because I really need to show you guys. Hey Bert, thank you so much for becoming a member, brother. Please do join our forums, okay? The Russian Experience. On there I can help you get your visa within the next 3 weeks. Very simple. It's not hard. It's just the problem is that I'm using fake images. Normally you would have a very clear image. So let's look up a face shot. I'm gonna try to find one. Okay, let's see what I can do. Let's see. Maybe we got it, maybe we don't. Okay, there we go, guys. I had to download a full new photo, guys. This is the first step, okay? If you're doing an electronic visa, it's gonna ask you for a clear photo. Now we know you can't fake it. You have to get a clear photo. So this is good for instructional purposes. I'm happy that I messed up and I was using Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin for this. But let's go ahead. This is the first step. That's your name. That's your photo. Personal details, nationality. So here are the countries that can apply for an electronic visa, okay? These are the countries. Somebody asked me, is this country eligible? Everybody in chat right now, write to me what country you're watching from. Everybody who has their phone or their laptop, tell us where you're watching from, and we're gonna see if your country's on the list. This is gonna be educational because you probably can visit Russia and it's free to do it online. It's not, we're gonna see if it charges anything, but it costs way less to do electronically, okay? So we have a lot of Canadians. We have the Netherlands and Turkey. The United States, that one doesn't qualify for electronic visa. Netherlands and Turkey. Who else? So Canada, Turkey, the Netherlands, United States. Anybody else watching from France? Okay. Can't do Australia or New Zealand either. Are Russian language courses linked to the Russian consulate? I don't believe so. Okay, let's look at the countries that are on the list, guys. Austria, Bahrain, Belgium, Bhutan, Bulgaria, Cambodia, China, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Eswatini, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, India, Indonesia, Iran, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Jordan, Kenya, Korea, Kuwait, Liechtenstein, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malaysia, Malta, Mexico, Monaco, Myanmar, Netherlands, North Macedonia, Norway, Oman, Papua New Guinea, the Philippines, Poland, Portugal, Romania, St. Lucia, San Marino, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Slovakia and Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, China, Tonga, Trinidad and Tobago, Turkey, there it is, Turkey, and the Netherlands too, by the way, up there. Turkmenistan, the Vatican City, Vietnam, and Zimbabwe. We're from Mexico, so we're putting Mexico. Wow, that's crazy. Basically, it's the European Union, guys. A lot of the Asian countries, and if you're from the United States, you're gonna have to do it how I showed you previously, okay? So if you're watching from, I don't know, France, the Netherlands, Germany, Spain, Western Europe, you can do electronic visa. I didn't see Canada. Let's go look back. Let's go look back. No, Canada is not on the list for doing it. But don't worry, because Canada and the United States are both not eligible for electronic visas. Now, the reason why I showed you both is because I can essentially I can enter Russia with both my passports, okay? So Poland, you can do it. And I told you guys, you can do it. Most of these countries in Europe, you can do electronic visas. And Duolingo is a very good app. It's free. So let's go ahead and continue with this, guys. We're going to do passport. We're going to go, you have to type the information, date issued. Let's just put any random time. Date expired, any random time. And it's asking you guys, it asks you to put a photo. It asks you for your passport number, date issued, date expired, issuing authority. Let's see who gives me my passport here. Authority is Andres Gomez Rosales, but it's Pasaportes Jalisco. So I got my passport in Jalisco, but you could just put Mexico or whatever country you're coming from. Look, I don't want to make it difficult for you, okay, guys? Most of the time, it's okay to put what country. Given name as shown on the passport. So Daniel Castellon. I'm misspelling my last name. It says surname as shown in the visual inspection zone. Okay, so it's just the same thing over and over. Given names, it's your name, sex, male. In Mexico, we only have 2 genders, so my only 2 options is male and female. Date of birth, you have to fill out the information. Country of birth, I'm putting Mexico, but I was born in the United States. Were you born in the Russian Federation? No. These are some of the questions. These are some of the questions, guys, that were asked in the other on the other visa application. Remember that, guys. A lot of these questions are the same. Do not stress. If you're seeing them again, you should know what to expect, okay? This is going out for you, Agatha, because I know you want some information. I'm hoping that this live, Agatha, is calming you down. Now you know that if some of these Europeans, you can do it electronically, and you know that the questions are not difficult. It's absolutely possible. So let's keep going. This is very straightforward. Here we go. Personal identification number, if available. We're not going to do it. Do you currently have or ever had a personal data? No. I'm going to put no on all of these. Do you currently have a citizenship of another country? No, but if you do, you have to put it. Have you ever held any other nationality? No. If you have to put it. Let me see. Now I have to go look for a passport photo. 1 second. So guys, if you're enjoying this live is telling you how it is. How do people apply to come to Russia? I've done the normal visa, paper visa, and now we're doing electronic visa. After I do that, I'm going to tell you guys how much I pay a month rent, how much I pay electricity. I'm going to give you all of the information so that if you come to visit Russia, you know how much you're going to spend. I know a lot of channels are not being transparent about this, but I like to be very transparent. So let's keep going here. Okay. I'm trying to find a Mexican passport image so I can continue with this tutorial, because if I can't, then we're gonna have to stop there and talk about other things. Okay, it looks like I'm not gonna be able to get through this part because I can't fake a passport, okay? And unfortunately, I didn't want to put my passport photo there, so we'll just skip that. Passport number. I'm going to try one last time to get this going to the next portion. Let me just... Oh, we did it. I did it. Oh, we did it. Oh, man. We did it, guys. So, managed to fake out the system. Now, again, I'm not trying to get in trouble, guys. If there's any FSB watching, if there's any Russian police, this is instructions, okay, guys? I'm not gonna apply illegally because that's against the law. So we're gonna continue and we're gonna be looking at the information. Here it says, purpose of this trip, very self-explanatory. We're going tourism. Again, these are basic questions. Description of the purpose of trip to the Russian Federation. Tourism. I want to see Moscow. Nice. Intended date of entry. Now this is your intention, right? This is what you're intending to do. This is probably, it's your plans. Which organization are you, or which person are you going to visit? So I'm going to put individual, and then you just put their name, Ksenia Wifey. Then you put the information here, telephone number, email. Where are you planning to stay? So you have to put the address here, guys. Irkutsk. I'm going to an individual, Ksenia Wifey. Address of the individual, 18 Lenina. The number. Okay, do you have a valid Russian visa? If you don't, you put no. If you do, you put yes. No. Do you have health insurance policy? I told you already on the last one. If you need health insurance, I can help you. Join the Russian Experience on Telegram. Okay, that's how it goes. But you can put no because I know some people that come to Russia without it, but you shouldn't be that person. Sources of funds independently, it asks you, how much money do you have? Have you visited any countries in the last 3 years? If you put yes, you're going to have to put them. These are the same questions, guys. These are the same questions as the other application. But please do not stress. Just answer the questions and move on. Next. Family status. Single, but I'm married. Do you have a father? No, I'm a bastard child. Do you have a mother? If you have a mother, you will have to put it. I have my mother. I don't have a father. I am a bastard, but we're going to put no. Do you have any relatives in Russia? No. These questions, if you put yes, you will have to answer them. Do you currently live a place of actual residence? So you have to put, if you do put yes, you have a residence somewhere, you have to put where it is. Telephone number. My email is thewildsiberian@gmail.com. Do you own real estate in the Russian Federation? No. Do you use social networks, messengers? Yes. If you put yes, you have to put what